In this video, I'm going to take a look at WordPress pages. We're going to create a new page and we're going to edit an existing page for that Woocommerce has actually created for our homepage, right? So here we are in the WordPress dashboard, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the pages item and I'm going to have a look at the all pages index. So what this does is it shows you all of the existing pages that are currently saved into your WordPress database. We have the pages that Woocommerce created when it was installed as a plugin, and one of these is the home page. So what I want to do is to just quickly have a look at this home page and explain a few things here. Right, so when I give you your simple store, it's going to have this as its default home page. And basically what is happening here is Woocommerce has created a page and they have put in a whole bunch of things that we call shortcodes, which is what you're looking at over here. So if I highlight this, this is a shortcode. What this does is it effectively goes and fetches information from your shop database that is held in WooCommerce. So in this case here, we've got product categories. This is a shortcode, and it's basically telling it to limit it to 3, put it into 3 different columns, and order by the menu order. So that's what this title here, shop by category, is all about, and the same with the rest of them there. I'm not going to get into too much detail about the shortcodes that are available and what you can do with them, but what I will do is in the link to this, or I'll put a link in the description of this video that will take you to the official page that WooCommerce has put together on how shortcodes work and what they can do for you. Alright, the other thing that I've had a few questions about is what about this thing up at the top here where this hero image is and this text over here. Now the hero image, as I said in a previous video, is basically an image that WooCommerce installs with the storefront theme. So this image over here, if we have a look at the picture over here, you'll see that what happens is it creates this kind of banner image. Now that image is actually not that size. That's not what it looks like. If I make this screen smaller like this, you'll see that what happens is it actually starts stretching that image to fit the screen a little bit better. Now I'm using a 27-inch monitor here, so it stretched it quite a bit and it cropped it at the same time. So if you want to use a hero image, you can ideally set that up in such a way that what's around it is going to not interfere with the text that you're looking at over here. It's not always easy, but it can be done. Right, now how do you change that hero image? That's the question that actually comes about. So that is a little bit tricky, not too difficult. So in the WordPress page, you're going to see over here on the top right hand side, you've got 2 different tabs. You've got a visual tab and you've got a text tab. The visual tab is what we call the WYSIWYG. So what you see is what you get. Not exactly, but it's kind of like a Word document. So the text tab, on the other hand, is basically the HTML code that is created for your WordPress page. Now, looking at this code, you'll see that over here in this first section, we've got a URL on the second line, and this is the URL, the address of that image. So if I copy this, in actual fact, no, I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go and open up a new tab, and I'm going to paste that straight in there. And you'll see that's what it is. So that is actually the address of that image, and that is what the image actually looks like. It's a fairly large image, as you can see. So all I need to do is I've got to upload a new image and put that as the link in the bit of code over here. That link you will be able to get from once you've uploaded the image to your media library. So if you go into your media library and you'll have a look at any of your images, I'm going to use this one over here because this is the other image that WooCommerce likes to use. And you'll see that here's an image and there is the link to that image. So if I do that, I will then select that image and I can copy that. And I'm now going to go back to the, oops, wrong tab. Close that one. I'm going to go back to that page that I was editing. Go to home page, edit, and in here I'm going to swap out that link for the new one. So I just pasted that in there now. So if I update my page and I go back to visual, you'll see that I now have a different image in there. And let's go and have a look at what that looks like on the front end of the website. And there you go. So I've now got that different image, and obviously my text is now no longer visible. But what I can do is, if I go back to editing, I can select this text like that and simply change the color, make it white. Click on update. Go and have a look at it on the front end. And there you go. It's now made that text white. So what if you don't want this banner image? How do you get rid of it, and how do you get rid of this stuff here? Very easy. Just go straight back to your page over here. You can either do it from here by selecting it that way and just hitting delete. Or if you don't want to do it that way, if you want to be a little bit geeky like me, you can go and delete the code like that. So that whole section there, you can delete. Click on update. And if we go now to the home page, reload it, you'll see that it's gone. Now we have something very weird happening there that wasn't intentional. All right, so how do we fix this? One of the really good things about WordPress is that it does actually save all of the work that you're doing while you're doing it. So if you look, you can look over here, you'll see a thing called revisions, or if you scroll down, you'll see a little bit of a more detailed explanation of the revisions. So I've now screwed up my homepage, and I want to get back to what it was before I started screwing it up. You'll see here it's actually automatically saving backups of my pages as I go, and there was 1 minute ago, and that's what it looked like 40 minutes ago when I first started preparing for this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on that, and it'll bring up all the different code. It'll basically tell you what I've done here, and I'm going to just say restore this revision and click on update. And if I go back here, reload the page, boom, there we are. I'm back to having exactly what I did have before I started the video. So that's a really nice feature with WooCommerce, or with WordPress. Okay, let's get back to the page attributes. Now, I want to now today create a new page, because in a previous video that I posted, I spoke about not having a terms and conditions page, which is quite necessary for running a business online. If you don't have terms and conditions, you're basically looking for trouble. So let's create a terms and conditions page. Add new, terms and conditions. Right, now what I have done is I've found a place online that actually gives you terms and conditions. So you can put in your company information, and this website here will actually link or it'll generate terms and conditions for your website. So it uses your name, and it basically it's kind of like just putting your store's name and things like that where it needs to. You copy that to your text, to your clipboard. I just copied it straight from here. And what I'm going to do now is go back to this page, and I'm going to paste, but hold on a second. I've now been doing other copying and pasting, so let me rather recopy this. Copy, come here, paste, and there you go. That's it. So we've now got all of that necessary text that we needed, and all I want to do now is publish this page. So one of the things that I always check is to make sure that I don't have discussion on here, because basically that will let anybody go and comment on your page. We don't want that to happen, so make sure that's not ticked. Okay, at this stage in this publishing block over here, you'll see that it's in draft stage. This is kind of interesting because you can set different stages. So if you wanted to set it from draft to pending review, if you were working in a team, somebody might have created a page in your team, and before they put that public, you want to, obviously check it out. They would set it to pending review, you would go check it out, and then you would be able to publish it. Not going to worry about that for now. Visibility, you can set this page to be a public or password protected. If somebody knows the password, they can get into the page, or you can make it private. I'm not exactly sure what this private is really for. I mean, why would you have a page on the internet that is not accessible by anybody? Anyway, okay, so I would leave that public. And then you can also decide when you want to publish it. So if you want to publish it immediately, which is the default here, you just click on publish and it will publish it. Or if you want to publish it to only appear on a specific day, you can select the date or the date and the time over there. Okay, so I'm going to publish this immediately. Oh, before I go any further, down here the page attributes, basically it's a parent. It's a parent page on its own. It doesn't have an existing parent. If you wanted to nest it or make it a child of any of these other pages, you could do that. And the template, I'm going to use the full width template. I don't need a featured image, and I'm going to publish this page. Now if I want to view the page, just click on view page, and there it is. We have now got a terms and conditions page. And that's really all there is to it. Go back to editing that page over here now, and we're done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Right, so if you guys have any questions about what we've done today or in this video, please just leave a comment below and I will answer for you. Until next time, goodbye.